Okay, man, welcome back. We are here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, man. Thank you guys for stopping by, man. So a lot to talk about. First off, let's talk about Emeraldfenixgaming, man. He was the winner of our last account giveaway. Congrats, Emerald. Hope you enjoy the account. Hope you have fun with Mavara and the extra legendaries. And yeah, man, good stuff. And as always, man, just continue to come back. And I haven't really thought about like if we have another contest and the same person wins. But yeah, man, I appreciate your support, man. So thank you for stopping by. And super grats with the account. So. Lots to talk about, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys one of the most more recent accounts that I pulled legendaries on, and it happens to be a really good account, which might be up on the next I guess poll for you guys to choose which account is going to be next, right? So this account is actually kind of scary as well. Because I mean, you have Narma and Pelops to start out with. They're probably perhaps one of the top duos in the game, right? To start the game, anyway. We talked about this guy, Bellinor, being one of the probably lower end void legendaries that I have pulled. I do like this A1, the increased crit rate buff on all allies, right? So he could definitely help your team with increased damage with that. And then I like his A2. His A2 is an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown. When he's ascended, he's going to give you that decreased defense debuff and a 25% weakened debuff for 2 turns. So, and he also places Perfect Veil on himself, so he doesn't he kind of like he's gonna deflect a lot of that damage, and he can't be selected, right? So AoE damage is gonna be kind of reduced, and he can't be selected. So a pretty solid champion. And then we have Estrid, who is was a previous fusion. She's a phenomenal unit. This sleep, I haven't really tested and played with the sleep. I do know that they are useful in, and let me just get the name correct, because yeah, I want to say it's Sand Devil. Sand Devil's the one where you could actually put him to sleep, right? So she's solid and a really good Hydra and Chimera. Good for dragons, Demon Lord. What's great about her, I can tell you, she's a support champion, but she hits really hard, and she's got this decreased speed and weaken. She's got this buff for the team, increased speed, increased attack. Savage. Farrakhan is a beast. You got Tagore as the reviver. This is an outstanding account. I might definitely put this up in the poll for the next rotation. But so we recently pulled gold, and you know what? I didn't get a chance to record the polls, but I'm gonna tell you how they went. Now, first of all, had this account, if I got lucky and had the Thor, I would have definitely purchased the Thor, and we could have gone ahead with this challenge that I want to do. Not even a challenge, it's more of like a giveaway, right? I said that a few things have to kind of align. I wanted to be able to land on the Thor Pioneer Pass and then pull something good, right? And then offer the account up. So the fact that Thor is not here makes me sad, because now I have to kind of pull some more stuff. Anyway, the account is outstanding. So on my more recent pulls, right? I went with the Pelops and Mavara combo. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna be using that combo and challenge for the next, I don't know, maybe day or so, or maybe for the next week or so, until I hit something with Thor. Hopefully we can get that combination going. And then the other thing that I was hoping for, and I think I mentioned it, was that I really wanted to go for the Cowardly Lion. They do have this special promo going on that if you you're guaranteed them if you use 10 sacred shards. So, you know, obviously running the game campaign, you could push for 2, and then there's some, you know, you could really get sweaty with the game and play it and maybe get some more, you know, maybe through Nightmare and or Brutal or whatever. But it's something that might take a little more time than I might have. So my thing was to try to, or thought about possibly finding a good deal on sacreds if I do hit that extra legendary, and then the count is like worthy of it, and then I would possibly try to go for it. Now, obviously something like this, right? The rates aren't as bad here, right? You're looking at here an average of about what, 15 per shard. That's not bad. Yeah, this is crazy. 20 for a shard is crazy. Then it gets a little reduced here, and then 15. All I've been seeing is 20 and 25 per shard, and that is not the route that I'm looking to go for, just for the Cowardly Lion. So what I thought was going to happen, and I thought I could have sworn I've seen at one point in time when they did have an event like this, I thought the rate was something like about 100 or so to spend on sacreds to get this guaranteed legendary, and it turns out that it's not. The advertisement that I'm seeing and the deals that they're giving you in these early progression accounts, they're well over like $20-$25 per shard, and it's outrageous. It's outrageous. So in terms of that, I don't think I'm gonna go that route unless you know, something comes up on these early accounts that I can, you know, find a way to get the 8, because I'm pretty sure I could get 2. The third one, doing Nightmare, is probably crazy. So yeah, I definitely could do the 2, and then the other ways of getting the sacred shards is probably a little more time that I want to put into it. At the moment, right? I mean, eventually I can do it, but this was something that I was looking at doing, getting it right away so that I could kind of like showcase the legendary. So so for now I'm gonna hold off onto it. If I do see something that pops up that's worth it, I'll definitely let you guys know. The Thor. So now let's talk a little bit about the Thor giveaway that I mentioned, right? So we're using Pelops and Mavara. That's number 1. What I said is, you know, if we land on that Thor pass, great. Now we need to pull something, and then I will go ahead and get the Thor pass. So 3 pulls. We pulled 3 legendaries in this recent challenge that I had. So along with Pelops and Mavara, we pulled, and I'll go in order, which I think are the better accounts. The first one that I pulled was Bambus. I pulled a Bambus along with Pelops and Mavara. You're also going to get Dorothy. I mean, for me, the account is, I like the account. It's something that I could see myself, you know, starting with. I love Bambus, and the fact that he could take all buffs, and he's a buff extender. He's a beast. So I know for some people, a lot of people out there don't really see him to be that good of a champion. Cheers. But for me, I like him. Good stuff, good debuffs, good buffs, crazy. So I would say he's probably at least because I don't really hear that many people talking about Bambus, but I like him. The second account, the second legendary that I pulled, and so he's old. He's an older champion, but for me, I feel like when you're starting out a new account in this particular game, and I don't know how it works in other games, but you need that farmer, that champion that's going to help you farm, right? And so this dude right here, when you talk about a campaign farmer, is probably among the best out there. You know, I mean, obviously there's newer champions that could probably, you know, wipe through stuff a lot quicker than he can, but this dude has potentially 3 AoEs, right? On his one, if it's a critical, so you build him with high crit, that's an AoE there. He's got an AoE on his second, and then he's got an AoE on his third. Big Un is a beast. He's one of my first campaign savages that I used way back when on one of my accounts. He, you know, when I was doing campaign farming, the runs were like, you know, on brutal, you know, stage 12, the runs were like under 20 seconds. He was just stomping everything in sight. If you look at his reviews, again, you're talking about an older, and again, I like to point back to, yeah, you know, he's one of the first champions on this list here, right? That goes to show you how old he is. You know, if you look at his numbers, he's got a 4.5 in campaign locations. He's really good. So when I look at this account, I say, like, you know, he's not a newer, he's not a Vestele, he's not a, you know, Mavara, he's not a, you know, but in terms of like campaign, and he could definitely help you with waves of, you know, of content, right? Because he's gonna come in there and he's gonna neutralize and kind of push you through all of these waves a lot quicker than some of these other guys would. Right? So this is the second one that I pulled, along with the starting two, which is Pelops and Mavara. Now, the good thing about this account is that it does come with the Thor pass. Now, again, I like Big Un, but it's just not something that drives this giveaway, you know, out of the park. So we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep running these re-rolls. We're bound to hit Thor and a banger. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that one. The last account that we pulled did not fall on a Thor banner. It fell on, I think it was either this dude or the Sylvan Watcher one. I keep her name. It's just like, let me see if I get her name. Is it here? Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. It's not. I think it fell on her banner, on her Pioneer Pass. So that's one. And the champion that I picked up, guys, is another Void Legendary. Another one we hit. This time we hit Rhaia. So yeah, we had, you know, I ran a bunch and didn't hit anything, you know, but then my more recent pulls, I did have some luck. We pulled Bambus, we pulled Big Un, and then we recently pulled Rhaia. So Rhaia was one of our recent. This was in the recent Web of Corruption. You know, she was the boss leader in the event dungeon. She's super good. I have not used her yet. Great reviews, great rating. She's nasty. In terms of like for clan boss, I don't think her numbers are pretty high in that, but everywhere else she's pretty solid. For clan boss, if you were in a pinch, she does bring a week in there. I think she's a phenomenal Void Legendary. She definitely helps out Pelops and Mavara. So another solid account along with Dorothy. So yeah, man, those accounts are also going to be kind of like added into the mix. I was looking at all of the other accounts that I do have below. You'll see the list. And there's a bunch that are kind of like mediocre. I might start to kind of weed out some of the ones that are kind of like and keep the more and more popular ones in there, so you guys could you know, we can kind of move along with that. But here's another one that's really, really good. And at the moment right now, the Lady Noel account is winning the poll. Make sure you guys go and vote for the account that you want to see next. That is all I got for today, man. I am chugging along with these challenges. I do want to hit that Thor. I do want to hit that extra legendary. I did have plans on getting the Cowardly Lion and starting up that whole account so that I could kind of push the account forward along with you guys, you know. But the cost is just way too much to kind of get that guaranteed copy. I am working on the Cowardly Lion on one of my other accounts. I will show you that progress as we go. So far, so good. We're kind of moving along, and we're on pace to pull him. So once I pull him, I'll definitely showcase him as well. Until the next video, guys, man, and as always, man, thank you for your support, and just a massive shout out to everyone, man, everyone that came through on the live stream when we had the account giveaway live. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support, and until the next one, have a great weekend. Deuces.